It's been lovely seeing your dream come together. I mean, we knew you before you even chose the location, right? You came, you saw the location. Yeah. It had to be there, didn't it? There was something sort of ordained or destined about this particular place. And now it's coming together beautifully in front of our very eyes, as we can see this morning. And I think the Fill My Cup, the other work you're doing in helping others realize their dreams, that's coming on pretty well as well, isn't it? I think you've been talking been on a conference just recently. Tell us about that, if you will.
Yeah, we, Kimberly and I, excuse me one second. Kimberly and I are crew members. You may or may not have heard of Mike Dooley. He featured quite majorly in The Secret. He believes that our thoughts become things. So choose the good ones is his tagline. Because, if you choose negative thinking, well, as Zig Ziglar said, if you choose stinking thinking, then that's what you get. So Mike Dooley wrote a book called Infinite Possibilities, which has pretty much become my core piece of reading material. It's pretty much how I live my life. It works for me. Doesn't work for everybody. That's okay. Not trying to suit everybody, but it works for me. He runs 2 online certification courses a year where people come to learn how to teach this stuff. Yeah. So, and Kimberly and I are crew members on those certification courses, and I've done 7 or 8 now. I kind of lost track, where we just help people realize. I mean, I when I went on a course, I did it live in Denver in 2019, and I wasn't going. I just wanted to understand the work better. I wasn't going to teach anybody anything. There were a lot of people there who had a lot of skills that I would never have. I'm still not sure what Reiki is, if I'm totally honest with you. But there were a lot of deep and very spiritual people there. I did feel a little bit of imposter syndrome of, well, what am I doing here back at that time?
They all did, didn't they? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's 5 years ago. Now, and rather than necessarily try and set up a training business, Kimberly and I have set up a life business where we just live the lifestyle, and people can see what we're doing, and we run a few courses, and if they're interested, they can come and join. And I do my morning motivation chat for, a couple of minutes every morning. It's just a quick shout out. And people from, as far away as New Zealand, would you believe, and lots in America, and the UK and Europe. And it's weird because I think I really started it so I could shout out for me, really, to make it more my life seem, to start the day positively is just good. It doesn't matter what else I do in the day, but I have to start positively.
No, I think this is great. And me and Mrs. M, we're doing a new show on the Ethereal Network, like a subscription TV model in the States. And we want you on as a guest. And that, for us, is called The Moment. And it's about taking a moment. And I think it's probably quite a useful service in the world at the moment, to just remember, take a pause, take a moment, be a little bit mindful, and have a little bit of a pit stop every day. And this is what you provide. I guess using the motor racing analogy, you are the high octane fuel in the tank first thing in the morning for people with fillmycup.com.
Yeah, you would have. I don't think I will ever be shy and retiring, Carl, to be totally honest.
I believe that.
So the star will be of me, as it were. Yes. But isn't Kimberly said she's in the UK working at the moment. Excuse the dog; he's just very exciting. Excited,
like his owner. Fair enough. Joey's having fun. Well, I love this. People can sign up at fillmycup.com to hear your voice every morning with encouraging energy and words to boot. And before you go, you and Joey can Phil.
So I'll let him out, mate. Give me. Oh,
chaos.
He's gone.
Is he gone? He just needed to go out. Okay, fair enough. He needs to go and bark.
No, he just wants to bark at somebody going past the front door. It's what he does. He loves it.
It's his job. Now, before you go and have a bon fin semana,
yes. Yeah.
I think all that you've been talking about, live as you dream, is something you and Kimberly say, isn't it? Live as you dream, and you're doing that, as you said.
Yes.
Your life is a, you are manifestors. Your life is an example of how you think and approach life and living. And by the way, Viv needs to talk to you, Phil, which is great.
Just reach out to me any way she likes, Messenger, anywhere. She can just get in touch with me. No problem.
So as a final message for us before we talk to Claire over at the Orca co-working space in Celia, we live in some funny times, Phil, don't we? And there's no harm in us living as we dream with the kind of world we want, right? Scaling it up to the collective, to the community. How might we do that? What are your concluding words this morning on how we might live as we dream, and what world might we dream of together, and how we go about that on a sort of tactical, practical level?
Well, I do believe passionately that the world that we want to have together would not probably involve any form of politician. Have we ever been worse served? Honestly, if you want to have a collective in the world, then you have to just reach out and give to others what you would like to receive for yourself. It's not much harder than that, is it?
It's not, is it? Yeah. Weren't we taught that at school or something?
Well, if you look at all of the major religions, all of them, without exception, have that as a doctrine. I mean, the Lord only knows how it gets twisted so that we end up fighting and in wars and lying and cheating and stealing and behaving dishonorably. That is not the individuals that I meet on a daily basis.
No, right. It's funny that, isn't it? No, me neither. Isn't that incredible? Yeah.
Because apparently there's only 3 of those type of people. They just move around a lot.
Yes, and they get quite a lot of the share, don't they, of attention as well.
Yeah, they do.
Let's
just be lovely to each other.
Okay, I think we could end the show there, but we need to speak to Claire and Paul. But be lovely.
I'm sorry, I'm going.
No, not at all. That is such a beautiful note to end on, Phil. Be lovely to each other. Cooklyn, sign up at fillmycup.com. Lovely to see you on the screen again, Phil. Take care. Lots of love to Kimberly.
Take care, mate. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Marvelous.